I was standing in our living room, rifling through the stack of papers on the coffee table. "Emma, have you seen the insurance forms?" I called, trying not to sound annoyed. "Didn't you check the drawer?" She replied from the kitchen, her voice light, cheerful. "I did. They're not there," I said, running a hand through my hair. "I swear I put them here yesterday." Emma chuckled. "Maybe you're losing it. You never lose things, though." "Strange." I smiled, but my mind was elsewhere. That day had started so ordinary. Breakfast, small talk, laughter. Everything was perfect. Perfect wife, perfect home, perfect life. I loved Emma more than anything, more than I had ever loved anyone. "I guess I'm losing it," I muttered, shaking my head. As I searched the papers, something slipped from beneath the pile. A small, leather-bound book fell open on the floor. "What's this?" I muttered, picking it up. Emma appeared behind me. "Oh, that's just my journal," she said casually, sipping her coffee. "Nothing interesting in there." "Journal?" I raised an eyebrow, flipping through the pages. The handwriting was unmistakably hers, neat, careful. But as I skimmed the first entries, my curiosity shifted into something heavier. Emma leaned on the doorway. "You're going to snoop, aren't you?" she said with a playful smile. I was just curious, I admitted, though my stomach twisted. "Curiosity killed the cat," she teased. "Don't get too deep in there." I laughed, trying to brush it off. But then I saw the first hint, an entry about someone named Derek. "Derek?" I asked aloud, frowning. "Who's Derek?" Emma's smile faltered slightly. "Oh, a co-worker. Nothing important," she said quickly. I nodded slowly, pretending to move on, but my eyes didn't leave the page. The diary continued. Entries full of meetings, secret lunches, small jokes, personal moments I didn't know about. My chest tightened. Why is she writing all this down? I wondered silently. I tried to push it out of my mind, telling myself it was normal to record thoughts. But the diary kept pulling me in. Each page felt like a thread, unraveling something I hadn't realized was hiding. "Emma, you talk to Derek a lot, don't you?" I asked casually, trying to keep my voice steady. She froze for a fraction of a second. "We're co-workers, just like any others." "What?" "No reason," I said, though my heart pounded. I closed the journal gently, trying to convince myself I hadn't just discovered a crack in the life I adored. "Curiosity," I said finally, giving her a small smile. "I guess I'll stay out of your little secrets." Emma's laugh was soft, almost nervous. "Good idea. Some things are better left private." But I couldn't stop thinking about Derek. 2 years of entries, hidden thoughts, secret laughter, moments shared I never knew existed. My mind raced, spinning over memories that suddenly seemed suspicious. Late nights, phone calls, quiet smiles. Was it all innocent? Or had I been blind? "I just don't get it," I said aloud, pacing the living room. "Why hide it? Why write it all down if it's nothing?" Emma appeared beside me, resting a hand on my shoulder. "Not everything is meant to be shared," she said softly. "Some thoughts are private, personal. Don't overthink it." Maybe I am," I admitted, looking at her. But something in her eyes, a flicker, a hesitation, I couldn't read. And that small, unreadable moment was enough to make my stomach drop. I put the journal back on the table, closed it slowly, and forced a smile. "You're right. I won't overthink it." But as she walked away, humming softly, I felt a chill I couldn't explain. Something was off. Something I couldn't see yet. My perfect life suddenly didn't feel so perfect anymore. And for the first time in our marriage, I wondered if I'd been blind to the truth all along. I couldn't stop turning the pages. Every line, every sentence pulled me deeper, like I was reading someone else's life, and the life I thought I shared with Emma. "Derek," I muttered under my breath, tracing the name with my finger. 2 years of her thoughts, scribbled so carelessly, yet so intimate. I dialed Ryan's number, needing someone to talk to before I lost myself. "Hey man, I don't know how to say this." I started, my voice shaky. "What's wrong?" Ryan asked immediately, concern in his tone. I found Emma's diary," I said, swallowing hard. "And it's about Derek." There was silence on the other end. "Derek? Her co-worker? Just a work friend, right?" "I don't think so." My voice rose, though I tried to keep it low. "It's Ryan. It's 2 years of her writing about him. Every little thing. Lunches, meetings, text messages. She's obsessed. Ryan's voice softened. Okay, slow down. You're reading her private thoughts, and they might not mean what you think. I thought that too. At first, I said, pacing the living room. But listen to this. He smiled at me in the hallway, and I couldn't stop thinking about him. Then, I wish he knew I cared more than I should. Ryan, she's been feeling this way for 2 years. 2 years. There was a pause. Wow. That's rough. But are you sure it's not just writing out feelings? People sometimes do that without acting on them. I laughed bitterly. Writing it down, it's the details, Ryan. Every small detail about him. Every message he sent, every joke. She remembers them all. It's like she's living 2 lives, one with me, one with him. You need to calm down. Take a breath, Ryan said firmly. Don't jump to conclusions without proof. I can't, I said, my throat tight. I remember her late nights at work, the unexplained texts, the smiles I thought were mine. Were they his all along? Hey, listen, Ryan said, his voice steady, grounding me. You're letting this ruin you. You need perspective. Not everything written is reality. She might just be confused about her feelings. You don't know if anything happened yet. I sank onto the couch. I feel like I don't even know her anymore. 2 years of secrets, Ryan. Hidden thoughts, and maybe more. And I stopped, trying to choke back the wave of betrayal. Look, man, Ryan said softly, I know it hurts, but panicking won't fix it. Read carefully. Observe. Don't act on pure anger yet. Let the facts guide you. I nodded, though he couldn't see me. I don't know if I can. Every word I read feels like a knife. Like every memory I had. Laughing, sharing meals, even simple touches. Maybe they were lies. Ryan's voice was calm but firm. Then don't act yet. Document what you see. Write it down for yourself. Stay rational. I guess you're right, I said, reluctantly. But my hands shook as I opened the diary again. One entry made my stomach twist. He held my hand for a moment. I could have melted there. I shouldn't feel this way. But I can't help it. I whispered, how could she hide this? The betrayal was like acid in my veins. I remember the night she came home smiling, exhausted from work. I'm so tired, she said, laughing lightly. Work was crazy today. But now, reading these lines, I imagined her thinking about Derek instead. Ryan spoke again. Man, you need to breathe. You're going down a path of obsession. Take a step back. I can't, I said, voice low. It's everywhere. Every page. Every memory I trusted. I feel like I've been living a lie for years. And Derek, does he even know? Ryan sighed. Probably not. That doesn't make it less painful, though. But you need control. Don't let anger take over. I don't even know what to do, I admitted. I can't confront her without losing myself. I can't ignore it, or I'll go mad. Then take notes. Document. Watch. Don't act blindly, Ryan repeated. You're stronger than you think. You'll find the truth. But don't burn bridges in panic. I leaned back, staring at the diary. 2 years of ink, of secrets, of love misplaced. I loved her, I whispered, voice breaking. I trusted her. And now, I don't know what to trust anymore. Ryan's voice was calm, a tether in my chaos. You'll get through this. Just don't let it destroy you. Not yet. I closed the diary slowly, pressing it to my chest. I need to see it all. I need to understand. But I can't. I can't let her know I'm onto her yet. Ryan said nothing. He just waited, letting me breathe, letting me survive my own storm. And as I sat there, diary in hand, I realized my life, the perfect life I thought I had, was gone. And I didn't yet know if it could ever come back. I couldn't keep it inside anymore. I had to hear it from her lips. I found her in the kitchen, humming softly, chopping vegetables like nothing had changed. Emma, I said, my voice tight. She looked up, smiling. Hey, you're home early. I clenched my fists. We need to talk. Now. Her smile faltered. Okay, what about? I took a deep breath. The diary. The one I found. Why didn't you tell me? She froze, knife still in hand. You read that? Her voice wavered. Yes, I read it. I shouted, stepping closer. Do you have any idea what I found? All those entries about Derek? 2 years, Emma. 2 years of your feelings hidden from me. Her eyes filled with panic. I never meant to hurt you. I swear, I never wanted this to happen. I laughed bitterly. Never meant to hurt me? You wrote about him every day, every little thing. And I thought we were happy. I was confused. I didn't know what I felt. I love you so much. But she trailed off, tears forming. I pressed harder. But what? You liked him? You wanted him? She shook her head violently. No, I never acted on it. I didn't even think I could. I was scared, ashamed. I thought writing it down would help me figure it out. Not destroy us. I laughed again, bitter and hollow. Destroy us? You already did. Everything we shared, meals, walks, laughter, was any of it real? I wasn't myself. I was scared of my own feelings. I didn't want to ruin what we had, she said, voice cracking. I love you. I never cheated. I never crossed the line. I shook my head, backing away. Then why write it all down? Why betray me with your thoughts if nothing ever happened? Because I was human, she shouted, tears streaming now. I was struggling. I was confused. I wanted to understand my feelings before they ruined you. Before they ruined me. I swallowed hard, my chest tight. I don't know if I can forgive you. I don't know if I can ever trust you again. Her hand reached for mine. Please, I'm begging you. I never wanted to hurt you. Not in my heart. You have to believe me. I pull my hand away. I want to believe you. God, I want to. But it's too much. 2 years of secrets. 2 years of lies in ink. Ryan's voice came to mind. Don't act on pure anger. Observe. Control yourself. I try to remember his words, try to ground myself. I need some time, I said finally, forcing the words past the lump in my throat. I need to think. I can't deal with this right now. Emma's shoulders slumped. I understand. I'll give you space. I'll wait. I'll do whatever it takes. I turned away, walking through the living room, staring at the photos on the wall, smiling faces, happy memories. Were they lies too? Every hug, every kiss, every whispered, I love you. Did it all mean nothing to her? Or was it me who had been blind? I can't just pretend, I muttered under my breath. I can't just forgive without feeling it. I don't even know if I want to forgive. Her voice followed me softly. Please don't hate me. Don't leave me yet. I don't know what I feel, I admitted, voice breaking. I don't know if I can ever see you the same way. I feel shattered. My own home feels cold. Alien. Everything I thought was real. I trailed off, unable to finish. I didn't ruin us on purpose, she whispered, approaching slowly. I was lost. I was scared. I never wanted this. I never wanted to hurt you. I shook my head, sitting down on the couch, burying my face in my hands. And yet it's done. It's over. My mind, my heart, they don't feel safe anymore. And I don't know how to fix this. She knelt in front of me. I'll do anything. I'll prove it to you. Please just don't shut me out completely. I looked at her, tears stinging my eyes. I don't know if I can come back. I don't even know if I want to. I feel betrayed and empty, and I don't know how to choose between hating you and loving you. Her voice cracked. Then let me stay. Let me fight for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I shook my head slowly, whispering, I don't even know who we are anymore. The people in the photos, the voices in the house, are they us or just illusions? She pressed her forehead to mine, silently begging. I could feel her heartbeat, trembling, desperate. I wanted to forgive. I wanted to rage. I wanted to destroy everything. I wanted everything. But for now, I just sat there, shattered, letting the silence scream louder than words. I couldn't stop reading. Every page, every word pulled me deeper into a reality I had refused to see. Emma, why didn't you ever tell me about these lunches? I muttered aloud, flipping another page. She was in the living room, pretending to fold laundry. What lunches? The ones with Derek. The ones you wrote about every week for 2 years. I slammed the diary onto the table. You were hiding him from me. Emma froze, folding the shirt slowly. I told you he's just a co-worker, she said softly. I don't care if he's a co-worker. You were obsessed. Look at this. I pointed at a passage, voice rising. He smiled at me across the office, and I couldn't stop thinking about him. How could you hide this? I wasn't thinking, she whispered. It just happened. I didn't mean to. I shook my head. Not thinking? Emma, this is every day. Every small detail. Meetings, coffee breaks, even his favorite pen. How is that nothing? Her lips trembled. I don't know. I was confused. I was scared. I didn't want to lose you. Confused. I laughed bitterly. You manipulated yourself, didn't you? He manipulated you. And I stopped, taking a breath. Ryan's words echoed. Observe. Don't act yet. I opened the diary again, scanning for patterns, for clues. It's him. Derek. He's been carefully guiding this. The notes, the jokes, the way she talks about him. It's all him. Emma flinched. He didn't force me to write anything. I chose. You chose because he planted it in your mind. 2 years of subtle nudges. And you never said a word to me. Not one warning, not one hint. Her voice was soft now. I wanted to, but I didn't know how. I thought I could handle it. I thought maybe it would stop. I never wanted it to get this far. I rubbed my temples, feeling dizzy. I'm not sure I can believe anything you say. Every laugh, every glance, every touch, was it real? Or was it just pretense? She stepped closer. I love you. You have to know that. Every touch, every laugh, it was real. I swear it. I sighed, forcing myself to calm down. I need evidence. I need to understand everything. That's why I'm looking at him. I need to see what he's really doing. Emma's eyes widened. You're spying? I'm not spying. I'm observing. I corrected sharply. I need facts, not assumptions. Ryan says I need control, not anger. But I can't just wait. I need to know his side. A knock at the door interrupted me. Detective Laura stepped in, briefcase in hand. I assume you're the one who called, she said, professional, cautious. Yes. You're here to follow Derek. I asked, trying to mask desperation. Yes. I've been monitoring his routines, his office, even his contacts, she said, opening a laptop. I need clear instructions from you. How involved do you want me to be? Everything, I said immediately. Everything he does, every move. I need to see if he's manipulating her. I need proof of how deep this goes. Laura raised an eyebrow. Careful. We need evidence, not suspicion. Your emotions can cloud judgment. I don't care about suspicion. I need facts. I snapped. Then my voice softened. But yes. Watch carefully. Nothing reckless. I can't let anger ruin this. Laura nodded, typing notes into her laptop. Understood. I'll follow him discreetly. Anything unusual, I'll report. And I'll be objective. You need clarity, not confirmation bias. I exhaled slowly. Thank you. I just want to understand. Not destroy anyone yet. I can't, not yet. She looked at me, skeptical but professional. Observation first. Action later. That's the only way to stay in control. I nodded, closing the diary and setting it on the table. I have to know everything. Every lie, every manipulation. And I have to watch him without letting anyone know I'm onto them. If I act too soon, I lose everything: control, evidence, sanity. Laura packed up, giving me a reassuring look. We'll start tomorrow. Until then, keep notes. Watch behavior. And remember, he might be careful. Subtle. That's why observation is key. I sank into the couch, staring at the ceiling. Derek was everywhere. Every word, every glance, every note in her diary. And yet, the more I learned, the more I realized I had no idea how deep this went. Emma came to sit beside me, tentative. I want to help, she whispered. I looked at her, voice low but firm. Right now, you need to stay out of my way. I need to see him, understand him, see the truth. And when I do, we'll see where we go from there. She nodded silently, afraid but understanding. And for the first time, I felt a plan forming. Not revenge yet, but observation control. Tomorrow it would begin. I watched Derek from across the street. Phone pressed to my ear. He leaves the office at 6, I said quietly. Every day. Same cafe. Same seat. Ryan exhaled on the other end. You're following him now? I'm observing, I replied. That's what you told me to do. Observation turns into obsession fast, Ryan warned. Be careful. I'm careful, I said, though my hand was shaking. Derek laughed as he stepped out of the cafe, confident, careless. He checked his phone and smiled. I imagined her name lighting up his screen. My jaw tightened. That him? Ryan asked. Yeah, I said. He thinks he's untouchable. Don't let that make you reckless, Ryan said. Revenge changes people. I'm not taking revenge, I snapped. I'm leveling the ground. I hung up before he could argue. That night, Emma noticed the change immediately. You're quiet, she said at dinner. You barely touched your food. I'm tired, I replied. Tired of me? She asked softly. I looked at her. You already know the answer scares you. Her fork clinked against the plate. I'm trying. I really am. I see that, I said. I also see fear every time my phone lights up. She swallowed. You're acting different. So are you, I said. Silence stretched between us until she whispered, Are you doing something? I leaned back. What would you do if I was? Her eyes widened. Please don't hurt anyone. I laughed without humor. Funny, you didn't worry about that before. That's not fair, she said. I never wanted this. Intent doesn't erase damage, I replied. Later, Derek called her. I watched her phone vibrate on the table. She didn't answer. You should take it, I said. She shook her head. I don't want to. Good, I said. Because I want him wondering. She stared at me. You're scaring me. Then imagine how I felt reading 2 years of lies, I said calmly. The next morning, I sent an anonymous email to Derek's office HR. Nothing explosive, just questions, just enough to make him sweat. Ryan called me as soon as he found out. You crossed the line, he said. I stepped over one. I corrected. That's how it starts, he warned. You're not like him, aren't I? I asked. I'm learning from the best. You're letting anger drive, Ryan said. That road doesn't end clean. I'm already dirty, I replied. I'm just choosing where the stains go. That evening, Emma confronted me. He's nervous, she said. He asked if something was wrong at work. And I asked. And I told him nothing, she said. I cut him off. I studied her face. Because you want us to heal, or because you're scared? Her voice broke. Both. I nodded. Fear is honest. She stepped closer. Please don't become someone you hate. I met her eyes. I already hate the man who trusted blindly. Tears slipped down her cheeks. I never meant to push you here. But you did, I said. And now I decide how far I go. That night, alone in bed, I stared at the ceiling. Every move I made felt powerful. Every step felt wrong. I whispered to the darkness. If I stop now, he wins. If I continue, I change. No one answered. And for the first time, I understood revenge wasn't loud. It was quiet. It was patient. And it was already inside me, asking how much of my soul I was willing to spend. I watched Derek's emails being forwarded to HR, saw his phone calls ignored by coworkers, and felt an odd satisfaction twist inside me. You're watching this? Emma's voice trembled behind me. I am, I said quietly. I need to see the consequences. I need to see reality. Her hands twisted in her lap. I never wanted this. None of it. And now, seeing him like this, I feel sick. I know, I said. 2 years of secrecy and lies finally showing themselves. And it's all unraveling. She swallowed hard. I can't believe it. I caused this, all of it. You were part of it, I said bluntly. But Derek, he's reaping what he sowed. His arrogance, his carelessness, it's all catching up. Emma's voice was barely a whisper. Do you feel better now? I stared at the screen where Derek argued with a client over a minor error. His face red, colleagues shaking their heads. I should, I said. I wanted justice. I wanted him to pay. But it's hollow. Watching him struggle doesn't fix the emptiness. Emma moved closer, hesitant. Are you angry at me still? I shook my head slowly. I'm disappointed. I'm heartbroken. But my anger, it's shifting. It's becoming clarity. I see now that revenge doesn't satisfy. It only shows the truth. She bit her lip. I never realized how deep I hurt you. I thought my thoughts were private. I didn't know they could destroy you. Destroy me? Maybe not fully. But destroy trust? Absolutely, I said. And that's the hardest part. Trust isn't just broken, it's scattered. Her eyes brimmed with tears. I'm sorry. Every day, I wake up wishing I could erase it all. I never wanted him, not really. I loved you. I still do. And now, seeing him falter, I realize how wrong I was to let my feelings drift. I nodded slowly. I can see your remorse. But remorse doesn't fix everything. It doesn't bring back the days I smiled, thinking everything was perfect. I know, she whispered. I know it doesn't. but I want to make it right, somehow. Please, can we try? I sighed. I don't know if try is enough. I don't know if the trust can ever come back. But we can start by facing reality. By being honest. Emma's hand brushed mine lightly. I will. No secrets. No lies. Just me if you let me. I'll let you. I said slowly, feeling the weight lift slightly. But it's going to take time. Watching Derek, seeing karma at work, it shows me something. That justice doesn't always come from confrontation. Sometimes it comes quietly, naturally. Emma nodded, tears rolling down her cheeks. I understand. I've learned humility the hard way. Seeing him crumble, it's more than I ever imagined I'd feel. I know, I said. And yet, I also feel empty. I thought satisfaction would fill the void, but it doesn't. It only reminds me of what was lost. She whispered, then maybe what's next isn't about satisfaction. Maybe it's about understanding. I looked at her, voice soft. Understanding maybe, but also control. Control over my own life, my own emotions. Derek's collapse is proof that deceit doesn't last. But controlling myself, that's the real victory. Emma's voice was shaky. I never realized the damage I caused, not just to him, but to you. I feel broken. You are, I admitted. Broken by your own actions. But that's part of growth. And maybe if we survive this, that brokenness can become something honest. She leaned closer, hesitant. Do you forgive me? I paused, staring at her. Forgiveness isn't immediate. It's a process. I feel the desire, but I also feel the pain. I can't erase it, but I can start moving forward. Emma's eyes glistened. That's all I ask. To move forward with you, if you allow it. I exhaled a long, slow breath. We'll see. But first, we have to let the consequences of the past play out. Derek's life is unraveling, yes. But ours will only mend if we face truth without hiding. She nodded silently. I will. No more secrets. No more lies. Only honesty. And I said, voice firm, will remain careful. Careful not to let revenge consume me. Careful not to lose myself while watching justice happen naturally. Emma whispered, almost to herself, I hope one day we can be whole again. I watched her, eyes tired but steady. Maybe. But for now, we survive. We observe. We rebuild slowly. Karma works its course, and so will we. And as Derek struggled through another minor failure, arrogance fading from his face, I realized the truth. Revenge is hollow. But clarity, control, and facing consequences, that is power. I saw him across the crowded conference hall, laughing, shaking hands, his usual arrogance plastered like armor. But today the stage was different. I whispered into my phone, he's at the front, near the podium. Ryan's voice came softly. Are you sure you want to do this? I have to, I said. He needs to see what it feels like. Public. Truth. Humiliation. Minutes later, Derek took the microphone, addressing the audience with confidence. I want to thank everyone for their support. Support for lies, I muttered under my breath. Emma's hand found mine, trembling. This feels wrong, she whispered. I squeezed her hand lightly. It feels right. Derek smiled at a colleague across the room, unaware. Our clients are the best. I pressed a button on my phone, sending a carefully crafted email to the organizer's projector system. Immediately, his messages to Emma, detailed, intimate, and unprofessional, flashed across the giant screen. The audience gasped. Whispers spread like wildfire. Derek froze, color draining from his face. Derek? What is this? He stammered, voice shaking. I stood, heart hammering. It's your truth, Derek. Every word, every secret you thought would stay hidden. Emma covered her mouth. Oh my God. He tried to laugh it off. This is fake. This isn't real. I stepped closer, voice cold. Do you see now how your arrogance, your manipulation, your lies catch up to you? I didn't mean, he began, but the murmurs grew louder. Colleagues shook their heads. Clients whispered. His confidence crumbled like sand. You took someone's life for granted, I said, eyes locked on him. 2 years of deceit, and you thought you were untouchable. Look at you now. Derek's hands trembled on the podium. I didn't know I I interrupted. You never did. That's why you're here. Exposed. Publicly. You get to feel what betrayal feels like without hiding behind smiles or charm. Emma's voice was shaky. He deserves this, but watching it hurts too. I know, I said softly. It hurts because this used to be someone I trusted. And maybe part of me still hoped he'd change. But he didn't. And now, we watch consequences play out. Derek's shoulders slumped, face pale. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't know how much. Too late, I said. You had years to think. Now it's everyone else's turn to see. Emma whispered, I never wanted you to do this. I never wanted him exposed like this. I know, I said. But sometimes, truth demands exposure. Karma doesn't need my hands to reach him, but I helped set the stage. And now, the lesson is real. Ryan's voice came in my earpiece. Remember, closure doesn't heal all wounds. Don't lose yourself in this moment. I'm not losing myself, I said, voice steady. I'm learning what it feels like to release control, to face truth directly without pretending anymore. Derek's hands shook, dropping his notes. I never realized the damage I caused. Enough, I said. Your arrogance was your downfall. Your lies are visible, and it's too late for excuses. Emma's eyes filled with tears. I can't watch him suffer. Then don't, I said. Watch me survive instead. Watch me reclaim control over my life. The room was silent now, Derek shrinking in every glance. Colleagues avoided eye contact, murmurs spreading. His charm evaporated in real time. I felt a hollow victory, a weight pressing against my chest. Triumph, yes. Relief, yes. But also emptiness. Watching justice unfold doesn't heal the heart. It only exposes what was broken in the first place. Emma whispered, Do you feel better? I shook my head slowly. No, I feel empty. I wanted closure. I wanted justice. But the satisfaction is hollow. Seeing him collapse, it doesn't fix the nights I cried alone or the trust one lost. She reached for my hand again. Then what now? I took a deep breath. Now we move forward. Slowly. Carefully. We rebuild from the truth, not illusions. Derek's lesson is public. Our lesson is private. He muttered something incoherent, defeated. I didn't care to hear it. His downfall had happened. Ryan's voice returned. Remember, power is in restraint. Don't let the moment consume you. I won't, I said. I just need to breathe. Need to exist without the weight of betrayal pressing down. Derek's collapse is over. Now, my life, my emotions, that's what I focus on. Emma squeezed my hand tightly. I'm here. I'll stay here. I nodded. That's all I need. Presence. Truth. And the chance to heal, not just from him, but from everything. And as Derek disappeared from the hall, head bowed, I realized something profound. Triumph isn't joy. Revenge isn't happiness. Clarity, control, survival. That's what real power feels like. I stood in the empty apartment, diary in hand, its pages worn and fragile. I didn't need to read it anymore. Every word had burned into my memory. Ryan's voice broke the silence. Are you sure you're ready for this? I looked at him, tone steady but heavy. I can't go back. Not fully. Not after everything. You're leaving her? He asked, surprise and caution in his voice. Yes, I said. I can't forgive completely. I can't pretend the past didn't happen. But I won't let it consume me either. Emma's knock came at the door. Her voice trembled. Please, can we talk? I sighed, placing the diary on the table. Emma, we can talk, but understand something first. This isn't about anger anymore. It's about closure, about truth. Her eyes filled with tears. I never meant for it to go this far. I regret everything. Please, can't we fix this? I can't, I said softly but firmly. Not the way it was. You made choices that shattered trust, and trust, once broken, isn't easily rebuilt. But I love you, she cried. I still love you. I know, I said, feeling the weight of both loss and clarity. But love doesn't erase betrayal. It doesn't erase 2 years of secrets. And it doesn't fix the emptiness I felt while discovering them. She stepped closer, trembling. I'll do anything. I'll prove it. I'll change. No, I interrupted gently. I won't watch you prove anything. I I won't be trapped in the cycle of regret and apology. You need to live with the choices you made, as I need to live with mine. Emma sank to the floor, head in her hands. I never thought it would come to this. I've lost you, haven't I? You have, I said quietly. But that loss is mine too. It's not just yours to carry. She looked up, eyes red and pleading. Then will you ever forgive me? I paused, searching for words that could carry both truth and mercy. Forgiveness is complicated. I may forgive in time, in small ways. But I can't. I can't go back to what we had. Not fully. That part is gone. Ryan stepped closer, voice calm. Hassan, you made your choice. Remember, independence doesn't mean isolation. You can move forward without carrying the past on your back. I nodded. I know, and I will. It's time to take control of my life, my emotions, my future. Not for revenge, not for her, but for me. Emma's voice cracked. And the diary? I held it up, letting the corners of the pages brush my palm. It's done being a weapon. It's a lesson now. Every page, every secret, a reminder of truth, betrayal, and the cost of hiding feelings. I'm leaving it behind, but I won't forget what it taught me. Her lips trembled. I wish I could change everything. You can't, I said gently. All you can do is live with it, and maybe learn. That's what I'm doing too. Learning, growing, moving forward. Emma looked down, nodding slowly. I understand. I hope you find peace. I will, I said. And I hope you find it too, even if it's without me. Ryan clapped a hand on my shoulder. Ready? I inhaled, feeling a mix of sadness, relief, and strength. Yes, ready to leave the ashes behind. We walked to the door together. I paused, looking back at the apartment one last time. Memories of laughter, arguments, kisses, and betrayals lingered in the walls. I felt the weight of them, but not the pull. Emma whispered behind me, "Goodbye." I didn't reply. Words weren't enough. The silence held everything we couldn't say. The regret, the love, the loss. Outside, the air felt cleaner, sharper. Freedom. Painful, yes, but honest. I had survived the lies, the heartbreak, and the betrayal. And now, I could exist for myself. Ryan smiled faintly. New beginnings aren't always easy, but they're yours. I know, I said, and I'm ready. No one can manipulate me again. No one can control my heart. Not her. Not him. Only me. We walked away together, leaving the apartment, leaving the diary, leaving the past. My heart was heavy, yes, but also lighter. A bittersweet mix of sorrow and strength. The sun was setting, painting the streets gold. I inhaled, letting it fill me with resolve. I had justice. I had lessons. I had myself. And that, I realized, was enough.